Right here on News 12 New Jersey. I'm Vanessa Freeman. This is News 12 The Bronx, as local news gets. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday, May 15th, right here on News 12 New Jersey. I'm Vanessa Freeman, along with meteorologist Justin Godnick. He has a check of our weather on the one. So a good day, but a colder day. The government is looking into complaints of Ford Explorer owners that they're smelling exhaust fumes inside their SUVs. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration received 154 complaints in the last 5 years. One driver says the odor caused a crash. Some fantastic news. There could be a new multi-millionaire tonight. The Mega Millions jackpot is at a whopping $415 million, the 9th largest U.S. jackpot of all time. So if you're feeling lucky, odds are 1 in about 259 million. Well, one of New Jersey's iconic buildings is undergoing a monumental redevelopment. As News 12 New Jersey, Sally Ann Mosey shows us the transformation of Bell Works in Homedale. A family of 8 from New Jersey has claimed the Powerball jackpot worth $429 million. The Smith family was presented their big check yesterday at the lottery headquarters. The Coast Guard and police are now searching for a 17-year-old diver who went missing in the Shark River Inlet near Belmar. Now, officials say the diver was not wearing scuba gear and was reported missing around 5 o'clock yesterday evening. Ever wondered what would happen if your wedding ring got flushed, let's say, down the toilet or maybe went down the drain? A New Jersey man has been sentenced in the murder of his longtime friend over a 2013 Super Bowl bet. Prosecutors say 31-year-old Eddie Robertson shot to leave Crowley 6 times in a street confrontation after Robertson lost a $700 bet when the 49ers beat the Ravens, and he didn't want to pay up. He now faces 75 years in prison. The sun is out and the weather is set to warm up, but is it as warm as we'd all like? Well, some young Bronxites are certainly taking advantage of the warmer weather. Speaking of fabulous weather, we hope you've been practicing your swing because our borough's 4th golf course is open for business.
She's holding up the big umbrella. It looks like it's very windy, and she's got some precipitation where she... Take it away. What's going on, Vanessa?
Well, Keyword is trying to hold on to this umbrella. As you can see, the winds are whipping out here in Barnegat. We're just along the bay here. To be more specific, we're along Bayshore Drive. We've been out here the entire evening, and it started snowing around 8 o'clock, 8:30. And as you can see, if we pan down a little lower for you to see, it's really starting to accumulate. That man's name is Isaiah Hampton. He's 19 years old with 5 prior arrests and is on parole for a robbery. Now, here at the scene, we did speak to a resident who said that she has actually seen firsthand Hampton mistreating his girlfriend. We are here at MetLife Stadium, where this weekend at Monster Jam, the monster trucks will be the stars of the show. But really, it's the drivers you have to marvel at. And I am here with one of them, the legendary, the incredible, and some would even say the insane Tom Meck.
Well, good evening. Hazmat crews are suited up and ready to rescue these cats. A short while ago, they actually pulled out a little kitten, and as you can imagine, there's a lot more where that kitten came from. Take a look at what's happening behind me. They have their tent set up. Hazmat crews are set up and ready to go here. That is where they will be treating these cats as they're taken out of this condo.
But I do have some good news to report. As you can see out here in Morristown, I don't want to speak too soon, but I was able to shed that umbrella because the rain is actually letting up just a little bit this morning. And with that being said, we're seeing more commuters, we're seeing more joggers. Imagine smelling the odor of a decomposing body right next door to you for 3 days. That's what residents here on Marcy Place have had to endure, and they're saying something still doesn't smell right. This is what it's gonna look like, sound like, and taste like come tomorrow for the big Kentucky Derby race. Lots of action, of course. As you can see, I'm here in the bar where some would say the real magic goes down. I'm here with bartender extraordinaire Jonas Cope, and really no Kentucky Derby party is complete without
a mint julep, of course.
Mint julep. So he's going to show us how to make a classic mint julep. What do we need to make this? Good evening, Roxanne. Everyone so shaken up about this. Of course, neighbors, those first responders, and definitely the family who was driving behind that young woman when that accident happened.
I'm so sorry, I can't help. I can't help. When she was outside, I pushed my car, I don't know. I'm sorry.
This family feeling heartbroken and helpless that they couldn't help the 26-year-old Plainfield woman driving in front of them Monday afternoon during a severe storm.
We saw that the tree fell back there, so we all turned around, and she was the first one to turn around. So there was cars behind us, and when she turned around, there was a wire that fell from the top, and it fell on top of her car on the side, and she got out, and then it just electrified her, and she died.
They returned to the scene Monday evening to leave a candle of remembrance. It's at that spot, officials say, the woman tried to get out on the passenger side when she was electrocuted. Officials waited for utility crews to cut the power to get to her. She was pronounced dead on the scene.
We just called 911 right after, and we couldn't do anything right there. We couldn't get out of the car or even back up or anything, so we just had to look at her. She was just there. It was so scary, and I never want to go through anything like that ever again.
Officials say there is a lot to learn through this tragic event.
You stay in the car. You're grounded while you're in the car. The rubber of the car is going to ground you. You stay in the car. However, that's easier said than done when flames are shooting all around you. You know, so the thing is to stay inside the car.
And we've seen a few more neighbors come to this site to pay their respects here. So far, officials have not released that 26-year-old woman's name. Reporting here in Fanwood, I'm Vanessa Freeman, News 12 New Jersey.
Vanessa, thank you.
Yvonne Rodriguez is now a part of the growing list of grieving mothers whose child was taken at the hands of gun violence.
When I opened the window, I seen my son staggering. I didn't really know it was him. And when I said, boo, 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 he looked up, he turned around, he stretched his arm up to me, like asking me to help him. But he was running to mommy so that I can help him.
She was busy planning her annual block party for her neighborhood. Now Rodriguez is in mourning as she plans her son's funeral. A woman many say has given so much back to the community. Now she's left to remember her last moments with her son, a life that was taken in that very community.
And I took his hand and I was singing a lullaby that I used to sing to him to see if he could answer me back. And then he took a deep breath and he just closed his eyes, and that was it.
On Sunday, police say 21-year-old Ray Roseo was shot once in the chest on East 180th Street between Vice and Daly Avenues. He was able to run to Vice Avenue, collapsing just feet away from his home where he died. Officials have named 27-year-old Alfonso Skeeter a suspect in the shooting.
I want justice. I want justice. I want peace. And all this violence has to stop.
Police say the shooter is still on the loose. In the meantime, Rodriguez will hold her annual block party, but this year it will be in her son's name here along Vice Avenue from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday. Reporting here in West Farms, I'm Vanessa Freeman, News 12 The Bronx.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Elena Hubbard has been capturing special moments as a photographer for 5 years with her own company.
You want to put both, put one on one hip, one on the other?
2 years ago, this photo took of a young girl with cancer and a bald Cinderella went viral. But even that couldn't prepare her for the attention she's gotten from her recent Walking Dead photo shoot with children.
It was just a creative project I wanted to do for myself. I really didn't think it would be this big. I thought maybe I'd get a couple hundred likes, I didn't think it was going to be this worldwide sensation.
Hubbard used 24 kids, all 3 to 7 years old, 2 of her own children included, to reenact the creepiest, goriest, and in some cases, violent scenes from the popular show. Now, while there were fans of her artistic vision, many think the New Jersey mom went off the deep end, posting negative comments on her Facebook page.
The show that I'm reenacting it's got 1 million children actors on it. It's got a baby on it. Acting is acting, real is real. They know not to hurt each other. They know not to punch each other. They know not to stab each other. They know not to shoot each other. But when we're playing with toys from Toys R Us, we have fun.
With hundreds and thousands of shares and likes on those photos posted this past weekend, there were also comments, some praising her work, others questioning her judgment. But parents here say this was a huge community event and these kids were not harmed.
I think it's ridiculous, and I feel as if they're hypocrites because they watch these shows every day, but it's a big problem when kids reenact it.
And these kids had their characters down.
She had to lay on zombies and pretend to kill people.
And Hubbard says she's not going to let the haters get in her way. They will continue with part 2 of the Walking Dead photo shoot, and she's got some other tricks up her sleeve coming soon.
I want to do, if I can find the cast, an elderly Walking Dead shoot, which would be so funny. Star Wars, Lost, I heard, Breaking Bad. I love, myself personally, I love The Vampire Diaries. I'm a huge fan.
Reporting in Piscataway, I'm Vanessa Freeman, News 12, New Jersey. Brith International recognized Berta Davidowitz Rubenstein at the Riverdale Y.
She really did acts of courage, which showed so much perseverance, so much caring for others, even though she herself was in such terrible, difficult straits.
After 70 years more, I am very honored to have this war show other people see too that they have to help for each other.
And a number of speakers took to the podium telling their stories of how Berta has touched and inspired them through her heroism, including her son. Everyone spoke of the tenacity and courage of the 92-year-old, so touched she was brought to tears.
I cannot forgive, only I wanted to forget.
Heroically, after fleeing to Hungary, Berta later made her way to Budapest, where she went undercover as a Gentile and joined the Zionist youth movement. They carried out underground rescues, weapon smuggling, and helped identify orphan children. Mayor Brand is one of those orphans Berta identified and put on a train to safety.
I was abandoned on my own. I was 7 years old.
Throughout the moments of solemn remembrance, they took the time to embrace their culture. Berta hopes the message of collective responsibility echoes long after she's gone.
We have to love each other. We have only one God and one nation.
Reporting in Riverdale, I'm Vanessa Freeman, News 12 The Bronx. And has lived here on Astor Avenue for 26 years in what she calls a safe neighborhood until she had a close call.
A few weeks ago, I forgot to lock my car, and they went through the car, the glove compartment and everything. They turned it upside down.
Now, a reminder of that incident is parked on her street. Her neighbor's car was also targeted, robbed of its tires and rims this weekend. Police confirmed the report.
It's supposed to be a safe neighborhood, and just for this to happen, it's kind of sad.
Residents have reported a spike in these car part robberies just in the last 6 months. Some residents recall 6 to 8 different incidents like this car, which was targeted in February.
We got a lot of cool people out here, a lot of people that want to stay out of trouble, and for this to happen to this guy is unbelievable.
Many feel vulnerable knowing their cars aren't safe in front of their homes.
Where we got to park? We can buy a new car. Because they come here to take the tire. I don't know what is going on.
It breaks my heart because as a worker, I see by the cars that's parked up and down the area that there's some nice cars and these people are really hard workers. You know, so my heart goes out to them.
And statistics show there has been an increase in grand larceny incidents in the state as a whole. To combat tire theft, officials recommend purchasing a tire lock or a boot. It costs roughly $100, but it essentially locks the wheel into place. They also recommend getting a tracking device for the entire vehicle and, of course, making sure your doors are locked at all times. Reporting here in the Bronx, I'm Vanessa Freeman, News 12.